Hello students, today once again we are going to start with grammar, and the next topic that I have chosen today is modals. Now what are modals? You must have heard about helping verbs or primary auxiliaries. There are so many primary auxiliaries such as was, is, am, were, have, had, has, and so on. But there are another kinds of primary auxiliaries which are called modal auxiliaries. Now what are modal auxiliaries and why do we call them modals? Modal auxiliaries or modals tell us or express the mode of action or manner of action denoted by the main verb. Now the most important thing to know here is that every sentence expresses an action through a verb, and there is a main verb in a sentence, and helping verbs or modals are the auxiliaries which are used before the main verb to tell us that what manner of action is there or what is the mode of the action. Now we'll take some of the modal verbs today, and I'll explain you that how do they work. The first modal auxiliary is can. Can expresses number of modes of action. The first mode of action is ability. Ability means be able to or know how to. If someone says that I am able to do this, means he can do this. So in this way we can use can to express ability. Now we have some examples. The first example is I can climb this tree. Now by using can before the main verb climb, now remember that in this sentence climb is the main verb. But before that we have used the modal auxiliary can. So by using can, it shows that in this sentence the speaker I wants to say that he has the ability to climb this tree. So here the modal auxiliary can expresses ability to do something or ability to climb this tree. Next example is she can speak English fluently. Now what she is telling us? She is telling us that she has the ability to speak English fluently. She can speak English fluently. She is able to speak English fluently. So, in this way we learn that can be used to express the ability to do something. Now the next use of can is to express permission. Now whenever you seek permission, you are asking a question, and for that you use a number of things. Now the easiest thing is to use can. Can expresses a permission in a very informal manner, like you are taking permission from your friend, you can taking permission from your siblings, brothers and sisters, and in this way you talk to them in a very informal manner. You're not formal to them. So when you are seeking permission or granting permission in an informal manner, you can use can. For example, can I go home now? So you are asking for the permission. Another sentence is you can come in. Now here the person is granting or giving permission to the other person to come in. So here we see that can also be used to express permission. Now another use of can is to express possibility. Here we have two examples. He can come with us means there is a possibility. It is possible that he can come with us. So here we are using can to express possibility of happening something or doing something. Another example is anything can happen, means it is a possibility of anything happening. So here you can see that we are using can to express possibility. So in this way we have learned that our first modal auxiliary can be used to express ability, means something can be done. To express permission means giving or taking permission. And to express possibility means something or anything can happen. Now the next modal auxiliary is could. Could is the past of can, but still it expresses some modes of action. We'll see what are the uses of could. The first use of could is ability in past. It is just like can, which expresses ability in present, but here, because it is the past of can, it expresses the ability in past. We'll try to understand this with the help of examples. Now, the first example is they could win the match easily, means it was they had the ability to win the match easily. But this is used in past tense, that's why we have used could here. Now the second example is I could solve all the sums. Now this action has also taken place in past, that is why we have used could over here, that the person who is saying this wants to say that he had the ability to solve all the sums. In the first example, they had the ability to win the match easily. So we have used could to express ability in past. Now we'll see the second use of could. The second use of could is possibility in the past. Just as can expresses possibility in present, could expresses possibility in past. For example, he could go to the market, means it was possible that he could go to the market. Second, she could stand first in the class, means there was a possibility of her to stand first in the class. That's why here in these examples, could is expressing possibility of happening of an action. Now the third use of could is polite request. We use could to make polite requests. How? I'll show you. We have an example. Could you show me your new bike? Means someone is politely requesting his friend or somebody to show him his new bike. Another example is, could you help me finding the way to hospital? Now the person is asking politely, requesting politely to someone to show him the way to hospital. So in this way we can use could to make a polite request. We are using could here not to express any past tense of can, but only to make a polite request. So for making polite requests we can make use of the modal auxiliary could. So here you have seen that our second modal auxiliary could expresses ability in the past, possibility in the past, and also a polite request. Children, now we'll see the third modal auxiliary, may. May is just like can but a little bit formal. So here I'll tell you how we can use may. The first use of may is possibility, which expresses a little less possibility than can. If something if something can happen and it is having more possibility of happening, then we can use can. But if it has a less possibility and we are not much sure, then we use may in such a case. For example, you are late. You may catch the train. You may not catch the train. So because the person is late, the speaker is saying that possibility of catching the train is less. Now the second is, she works hard now, she may pass this year. Because last year she could not pass, but because she is working hard this year, so there is possibility of passing her exam this year. So in this way, may can be used to express possibility. Another use of may is permission. So permission can be used with the help of may in this way. First example is, may I take your pen? Now what is the difference between can and may in terms of permission? When you are trying to seek permission from a stranger or someone elder to you, in this way we use may but not can. Like you are seeking permission from your teacher, from your principal, from a stranger, from someone quite elder to you. You will not use can. You will not say, can I take your pen? Instead, you will say, may I take your pen? So it will make your speech more polite. You will become more polite in asking for permission. Now the second example of permission is, you may go home now. Now the person is granting you permission. The first one is the example of asking for the permission, and the second example is of granting the permission, which can be done by the use of may. Now the last use of may is wish or prayer. We use may to express someone's or our wishes or prayers. You can see here the first example, may you live long. Now somebody is wishing that the other person may live long. So you are, it's a prayer that you are praying to God that this person should live long, or it's your wish. Another example is, may God fulfill all your wishes. So here you are wishing that the other person's wishes should all be fulfilled. So in this way, whenever we are praying for someone or wishing something for someone, we can make use of may. There are numerous examples of may to express wish or prayer. For example, may God have mercy on you. May God bless you. May you be happy. So we can use at number of places this modal auxiliary may to express wish or prayer. In this way, children, you have seen that we can make use of the modal auxiliary may to express less possibility, to express permission, to express a wish or prayer. Now another modal verb that we are going to see today is might. Might is the past of may. Altogether, we can say that might is the past of may. So its prime use is when we want to express it in the past of may. For example, he said that she might use my book. This is the sense of permission. I asked if I might get in. It is also a sense of permission in past. So it is past of may. Another use of might, which is most important, is while expressing a doubtful possibility. We have seen the use of may and can and could in expressing possibility, but the use of might is to express a possibility which is not sure, which has a very less possibility, or we can say a doubtful possibility. For example, she might come by train. Although there is no possibility of happening this, but there is a very less possibility that she may come by train. So we can use might here. They might attend the function. It's raining. Because it is raining, there is very less possibility of them attending the meeting or attending the function. So here in this case we will use might to express a very doubtful possibility. The third use of might is to express permission in hesitant manner. When the person is hesitating in asking for something or asking for permission, then he will use may, not may, but might in place of may. For example, might I use your bike? The person is very much hesitant in asking for the permission to use someone's bike. Another example is, might I ask you a question? So here the person is very much hesitant. He is hesitating in asking the other person to ask a question to him. So in this way we have seen that might can be used as past of may in granting or asking for a permission, in expressing a doubtful possibility, a possibility which is very less, and permission in an hesitant manner. So children, today we have learned 4 modal verbs: can, could, may and might. And rest of the modal auxiliaries I'll explain you in my next videos. So that's all for today.